I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up,
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be Falcon football.
Here we go.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. Interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Burrow on play action. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's Burrow. Touchdown! T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So even at 7 now as they kick it away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And the the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. This is the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing the out route and complete. It's perfect. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. The Bengals at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert. Man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje Perine. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson. Looking good. And that makes the score After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready. Hey, close to you. Hey.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 2nd and very short, Burrow. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 13. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. first down. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Bird. Touchdown, Falcons!
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on third down. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On second and 11 now. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Falcon territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going right side is White. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11 Thomas. Stop.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 12. Again, here's P-Ryan. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a give to White. He'll take this to the 46. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Ready.
On a handoff, it's White. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to swell the lead to 6. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Close ball game comes to an end. And last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle. They couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out.